Good morning, Michael Masserang here again, and today we're down in a new development. Most of these homes are under construction, so we have a lot of rough grade and of course construction vehicles going by back and forth, and this certainly can create some drainage challenges as the construction companies finish up the final grade and do landscaping. We were contacted by this new homeowner, brand new house. It is summertime here in North Carolina, and as you can see on this home, we have a traditionally vented crawl space. So, as with any home built with a vented crawl space, we get summer moisture problems. So this homeowner, recently they moved into the home. As you can see, the bushes are perfect at the moment, and you can see now the vents here on the front of the home. What we did here to sort of augment and re-engineer the existing foundation vents was to put in one of my favorite systems. We did an Atmox system on this home, which is sort of a hybrid system between an encapsulation and a ventilated crawl space. Instead of doing a full encapsulation on this home, we utilized the vents that are here and basically re-engineered them. Here you can see the Atmox controller. So the Atmox controller powers the entire system, including running the low voltage lights that we've also integrated into the system, the dehumidifier, the external fans, internal fans, and these lights conveniently light up to show the homeowner when the system is running. The controller also shows relative humidity, temperature, dew point. Any relevant piece of information is here right at the fingertips of the homeowner, including if the system goes into alarm or they can notify us for service. And here we are on the left side of the home. Again, since it was recently built, still doing some final grading and landscaping improvements here. Grass gets planted. The house may actually require some additional foundation drainage improvements, such as a drainage swale, perhaps some catch basins to help move the water here. As you can see, we've got kind of a mushy spot, but since this home across the way is still under construction, that's forcing that drainage this way. So as they progress through construction, this should improve, but certainly some additional items might have to be performed. You see a little bit muddy here as we've had a lot of rain here in the Carolinas, and what we did also is we replaced the vapor barrier on this home. The vapor barrier that the builder put down got damaged from water backing up from the footing drain, which is at the right rear corner. As you can see, this is an engineered floor system, which is an excellent way to disperse the loads on a foundation. Drop girder system here with piers, CMU piers that support this floor system. And you can see here one of the low voltage lights that we put in. We have two of them on this install, and these kick out quite a bit of illumination based on the power usage. You know, they're only 40-50 bucks a piece, and low voltage, and they kick out more light than the light that's on my lamp here. But certainly a very efficient way to light the crawl space, and one of the features of the Atmox system. As we can see here, we have a dead corner fan. It is running right now. The Atmox system works on a dew point fired premise. So instead of running the dehumidifier all the time, we're able to utilize the outside air when it's drier outside. Of course, being a summer day, we cannot use the outside air, so we are on the internal fans. And also, we'll show you here today, we've deployed a commercial dehumidifier as a backup program to this Atmox system. This is an April Air 90-pint commercial dehumidifier, and we use this as the backup supplement program for the Atmox system. It is running right now. It's an energy efficient unit, and we've been putting more and more of these April Airs out on these installs. And you can see here the condensate line is run to the right rear corner. And what people don't really realize is dehumidifiers actually don't move air all that well. So we've incorporated this network of dead corner fans. Here's another one. And we can pivot these fans to different areas of the crawl space that have challenges as far as air circulation. So the dehumidifier is going to work much more efficiently if we have these dead corner fans spaced out periodically throughout the space to move the conditioned air from the dehumidifier more efficiently and aggressively to the other areas of the crawl space, which means less run time for the dehumidifier. And again, this house had some foundation drainage issues, which we figured out was a result of the old footing drain. The builder had installed a traditional footing drain at the right rear corner here, and it was backing up. So this entire section of the crawl space was underwater during my original inspection. So what we did is we converted the footing drain to a sump pump, a commercial sump basin with a 1/2 horsepower pump. And you can see here, this is the sealed lid, and I'm going to expose just a little bit of the drainage field. We brought in a bunch of extra aggregate and created a large drainage field here so that if there is a little bit of seepage here coming in at this corner at the low spot, we have the ability to pump that water out. You can see here, these are our exhaust fans, and the exhaust fans will only fire at the same time as the internal fans, or I'm sorry, the internal fans on the other side of the crawl space. And you'll notice that these are off today. We may not have a good opportunity for air exchange for, it could be another few weeks, because here we are in the middle of August, and we've had a record amount of moisture here in the Carolinas. So unfortunately, we cannot use the outside air right now, but as you'll see here, we've deployed some Atmox blank vents, which are covering all of the original builder installed foundation vents. And so really these 4 points, these 2 points for the exhaust and the 2 points across at the entrance for the intake air are our only points of engagement with the outside air. And these fans will fire by a factor of dew point. So what it does is it calculates via a advanced sensor package when it's drier outside. If it's too hot, too cold, too moist, it won't use the air. But if it's dry enough and it meets a certain criteria, the sensor package will sense that, and that controller that you saw in the garage will switch over to the outside fans. The outside fans will turn on, as you'll see here, and these exteriors, and the dehumidifier will not be running, and the dead corner fans will also be running to disperse the fresh air that's coming in from the outside. Now, isn't that nice to be able to get fresh air into this environment? Because you can only imagine if the system was closed for a few weeks, the air might be getting a little stale in here. And I usually get 3 or 4 calls a month for customers that are frustrated with completely sealed systems, as they get pool liner smells from the liner. Sometimes they can smell the construction materials, and maybe even the soil may off-gas some odor that may be unpleasant to the people that are upstairs. So fresh air, when available, is certainly such an advantage that this system will offer, and it does it very efficiently by a factor of low voltage. So instead of running the dehumidifier, these exterior fans only pull 1/12 of the power consumption. So why not use that when it's available? This system is the latest upgrade to the system, and it's called the ACE controller. The ACE controller has the latest software available for the Atmox program. So we're very happy to be deploying that system. And something else that's also new with this upgrade is we can set the dead corner fans at their own relative humidity level. So if the dehumidifier is off and the exterior fans are off, I can still run the dead corner fans to operate independently, to always be stirring the air in this environment. That's a really nice feature, as having the key to crawl space health is constantly moving the air and not letting it get stale. Crawl space problems, condensation problems, at the end of the day are an effect of ventilation problems. If you can't get rid of the stale air fast enough, or the wet air, that's when you condensate. And engineered floor joists are extremely vulnerable to moisture problems. This is the ACE, this is the B box, which is the central hub and controls the signal coming from the main controller in the garage. This is the low voltage wires, which you'll see are panning out to all the various fans here inside the crawl space, the low voltage lights, dead corner fans, also going to the dehumidifier. So they've upgraded this. This is really nice. They've really made this easy to use. Installers have very little trouble putting these together. The wires are color coded, easy for even an inexperienced installer to get the positioning correct. So I'm really pleased with this year's upgrade to the Atmox system, and the ACE system certainly is certainly a good system that the Atmox people just keep reinventing themselves every year or two or so. Here we are, the other low voltage light. This is kicking out a lot of light. The illumination is spectacular considering it's a low voltage device. We've got 2 of them on this install, and you can see the, more of the blanks. The guys really did a nice job on this install. I mean, of course, it's a new house, so everything is new, but just the smell is so much better in here since we were able to get the moisture problem under control. On the initial visit, all these ducts were dripping, condensation, and of course, this homeowner was very frustrated with that, trying to get this under control. And the dehumidifier, of course, working overdrive at the moment to get things dry. But once we equalize, as soon as a month from now, we could start getting good fall weather and be able to take advantage of the outside air. And you can see here are the intake fan, one of the intake fans here. So again, noting this fan is off. So we don't want any outside air to intermingle with this interior air. We want it to stay dry, and we want to take full advantage of the closed system right now, and then only when it's ready, only when it's dry outside, do we want to include that abundance of dry air that will be available soon. We'll take a look around. One more thing I wanted to show you today. Right now, the house is equipped with a splash plate. Splash plates are pretty good for keeping drainage away from the house, but we are discussing the possibility of doing a buried piping system here on this home. We would use a PVC, a 4-inch PVC, to extend the efficiency of these downspout discharges and take that water out this way. We've already deployed an exit line for the sump pump, which is here. You'll see a bubble pod assembly here, which is the tail end of the exit line. And so as the water shoots out through the buried pipe, it'll come up through the bubble pot and be released into this natural area, and the water will flow naturally into this natural area that's been created for drainage. If we do bury the exit lines, we'll use a separate piping system and probably run the exit lines similarly. We might even open this back up and actually run a separate pipe for our downspout discharges. You're seeing some new construction. If you have a new home and you're buying in the summer and you've got a vented crawl space and you're frustrated about the cost of an encapsulation, certainly give us a call, because we can certainly incorporate this hybrid program into the solution so that you can take advantage of the existing foundation vents, as well as incorporating the sealed qualities of a dehumidifier into the program. So if you're having any types of problems with ventilation, moisture, water intrusion, if you have exterior drainage issues and you need drainage swales and perhaps even some catch basins installed, we certainly would appreciate a phone call, and we would love to visit your home and help you develop a protocol that makes sense without breaking the budget. Again, this is Michael Masserang today on an Atmox install. Really appreciate you joining us today and getting to view the Atmox system, and we hope to hear from you. I hope you have a good weekend, and hope you have a pleasant rest of the day. Thank you very much.